Yeah, well, I mean, I think you're kind of ready for that to be. That's, he's showing that's who he is, you know. So you're expecting. I mean, if it's when whatever when it's not rolling or things aren't quite there, you're kind of just expecting that it's going to pop off at some point, you know. So for us, it's kind of just staying in. We'll come back to the sides. You know, there's been some ups and downs, frustrating times this year, but man, we're just not quite finding it. But the intention on the sideline is knowing, hey, we got 9 back there. We keep working. We keep trying to find solutions here. He's going to keep working for us and give us an opportunity. So that's kind of just been the attitude regardless.
When you look back at that game last October against the Eagles, and there were some missed opportunities, and there were certainly some this year similar things, did you take anything this week during practices, or is that more of a Sunday thing to see that doesn't look nice?
Yeah, well, you certainly plan. You try to play a perfect game. You're obviously putting the game plan together. You're practicing, trying to execute things exactly how they're supposed to be. But even in practice, rarely is the practice going to go on. Never is practice going to happen that we don't come in here the day after and say, hey, here's some stuff we got to fix. It's just the reality of this game. And so you see missed opportunities, things like that you want to do better. You hopefully you learn from them and you put yourself in a position where, hey, can you anticipate that next time and be able to make a decision, be able to do something to put yourself in a position to win. And that's the attitude everyone here takes.
You're going to play in that game, where you stayed, caught the ball, looked like you're going out, went down instead of going out. Can you take us through how is that just instant reaction? Are you thinking ahead or
no? So we usually preview things in the huddle, what the situation is. And so Sean's like, hey, I'm gonna have you run as fast as you can to the sideline. Matthew's gonna throw it to you, but also stay in bounds. And so I was like, okay, figure that out. But yeah, no, it's unfortunately we had a game earlier this year where I wasn't able to make that. It was a situation where we need to stay in bounds, run the clock out, or force them to use a timeout. I don't remember what game it was, but I didn't do that, and so there was an added emphasis on making sure that I was able to find a way to get down.
Because we see a lot of good guys make catches in the end zone. You get their toes down, make sure it's down. That seems like something.
Yeah, drop like a sandbag, just try to get down. Yeah, so that was something that when I first got here was with Sean. So I saw from the very beginning the protection stuff that went in, when Jared was here, and at that time we had John Sullivan, who had been with Sean in Washington. So when John was here, John did the protections his first year and a half before Jared was able to catch up with kind of what was going on. Jared took that over, and Thursday walkthrough was always the most stressful day. Most stressful hour of the week because it was like, okay, let's pick up time and all the protections and things like that. And Sean's very passionate about pass protection, and so that was always a big deal. When Matthew got here, he's obviously seen everything under the sun. He's played in every offense. He's like the savant of football, and so he came in here. And I remember that first training camp. We go through that. Hey, we're gonna go through a blitz pickup walkthrough, and Matthew got this pop. He's getting us in exactly what we want to be in. And I remember walking off there and just clapping. That's what we needed. This is what we need. This is like the stress that comes off when you have a quarterback that just able to see things like that. And again, just because of all the knowledge that he has, all the repertoire of things that he's seen, puts him in a really good position to go make those calls. From last week?
Either last week or before Minnesota. Something that just hearing them kind of go to work.
Yeah, well, I don't have like a specific moment of like that happening in a game or anything like that, but I do like when Matthew gets to line and he'll be like, all right, hey, listen up, everyone, and you can kind of tell that he's not just talking to the O-line, he's talking to the coaches behind, and it's like, hey, listen up, I'm going to tell you like how we're going to pick this up. And it's like when he gets a really smart answer, his voice gets a little louder, he kind of addresses everyone, he starts to feel good. He has almost like confidence swagger to him. So I mean, he did that a couple times last week, where I'm standing back there and just looking at the coach like, this coach is Still, I'm not expecting that. And but yeah, it's fun. He's got a great command there.
Cooper.
I mean, they're pretty. I mean, they're good across the board. Obviously, playing at a very high level. I thought Coach Fangio's done a really good job with them. He's done a good job just throughout his career in terms of the defenses that he's had. And these guys seem like they've picked up how to play this thing really well, play with each other, and obviously the front is playing really well. They've got some really good football players up there, back in playing off each other, communicating well. Linebackers flying around. Just as a defense, they're really sound, and it's a scheme that has been proven to be pretty successful in this league. So you gotta have a lot of respect for it, and the players have. No, yeah. I mean, the division thing is going to be what it is. You just prepare to go out there and win the game that week. You gotta take a season, and in days, one day at a time, truly in like bite-sized increments, and just say, hey, what can we do today? Prepare ourselves to go out there and preparing for the opponent for this week. It's all we can control, and that's the mindset we take. What is going on?
Cooper, Thanksgiving is approaching. What are you thankful for this?
You always have the best questions. So many things. Obviously, I think the thing that I've been the most thankful for just throughout the years is, things with work, things out here. Everyone wants to make a big point of this and how important this is, and it seems to kind of want to take over your world. But just remembering that I get to go home to an incredible family, wife, and boys that love me regardless of what happens on the football field. And I'm thankful for the family I have when I get to go home.
Do you have a favorite childhood Thanksgiving memory?
No, I like Thanksgiving. Just you got football on, you got a lot of food, you're around family. It's one of my favorite holidays just because I'm not a huge fan of the food, but just being around family and having football on all day, it's a pretty nice setup. Just sit there and read books or I don't know. I don't know. Play Wordle. Just try to figure out something to do. I don't know. I try to make it as normal of a day as possible as you can. Of just sitting in a hotel all day. So as normal as it can be, sitting in a hotel all day, I guess. Oh yeah, read books all the time. So many books. I've read so many. I think I'm like 18 books in this year, just in the season so far. Some really good ones. I'm really into biographies and memoirs and things like that. I think When Breath Becomes Air is a great one. Everyone should read. Tuesdays with Morrie, another good one. Short read that's really good. Glass Castle is great. Just a few off the top of my head. Yeah, those would be my top three. If I was recommending three of them, I can think of off the top of my head, those would be the three.